Et salut à toutes et à tous, ici Ptitseb, j'espère que vous allez bien. On est de retour sur Fire Emblem. C'est normal, on est dimanche matin. Alors, on fait quoi ce matin? On était à la base. Je sais plus si... Je crois que j'avais pas fait inventaire ou quoi que ce soit. Alors... Ah oui, tout était repassé à fond. Mes 2 potions sont repassées à fond, ça c'est génial. Je vais pouvoir en stocker une. Ah, ma petite Bernadetta. Lui, j'en ai rien à faire. Par contre, il a une paire, genre, ça m'intéresse. Ouais, c'est son lien va bientôt s'enforcer à chaque fois. Il y en a une seule que j'ai pas faite de quête. Bah, je vais faire passer en classe élite après, mais il y en a certains où je vais pas faire passer. Les archers ne sont pas en classe élite. Bon alors, voyons voir comment se passe le quartier libre dans ces circonstances. J'ai accès au 2e étage, magnifique.
Professor? Professor, a pleasure. I was here for confessional. Confessing my foolishness. While I'm at it, may I confess something to you? I realize what a burden I've been. On you, I mean. After every breakup, I neglect my work, and I know how that affects. I'm completely worthless as a woman. Can you imagine how that feels? Oh, I'm going to be single for the... You think so too, don't you? Really? So maybe there's still hope for me. Who am I kidding? I've known for years how hopeless I am. What's wrong with me? It's not my looks. I'm still gorgeous. Or am I? Be honest, do I look old? No, not possible. I'm the songstress who swept the Empire off its feet. Men professed their love for me hourly. It can't be my looks. I knew I was right. I'd be in real trouble if I weren't this beautiful. Oh no. If the problem isn't my looks, and they are not the problem, a girl can tell a lie when she hears one. You think that I suppose I can be a bit I do have a short temper, and I may be a little lazy. But I've always heard fellas, you know, like a woman. Seems to me there are plenty of flawed girls who have so maybe my trouble is I'm not imperfect enough. Why? Do you think I'm flawed enough already?
T'as beaucoup trop de défauts, la vieille.
You've survived. How very... Were you dead, I wouldn't be able to fight you, but you are very much...
Passer en A à l'épée, ça m'intéresse de ouf.
You've survived. Were you dead? I don't reckon. I don't reckon.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the kingdom in alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people. With you, Professor, the battle tides will...
Mais eux aussi peuvent m'enseigner des trucs maintenant. Intéressant.
For justice's name. My heart burns with pride.
Et même parce que j'ai qu'une épée d'entraînement, ils ont des épées acier, mais je les défonce. Hein. Je dis ça, je dis rien. Faire ça dès le début, ça nous aurait évité des problèmes.
Witness frigid pride.
Ouh. En 3 fois elle me tue, et moi il me faut 4. Faut que je fasse un coup critique, sinon j'ai perdu. Alors le coup critique aurait été mieux au début. Mais comme elle a esquivé un coup, ça m'a permis de d'arriver. Ouais, j'aime la récompense.
Hello.
On dirait que Bernadetta ne reste plus enfermée dans sa chambre. C'est une bonne chose. Oui, oui, je veux semer ces graines. Mais oui, il n'y a plus l'église qui me donne la thune tous les mois là. Je les ai poutrés. Je les ai boutés hors de leur monastère. Il faut arrêter de parler comme ça.
Professor! Oh my. These days, so many old friends seem to be disappearing. But it's incredible to see you again after... I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Oh. La science. Intéressant. Ça doit avoir quoi que ce soit à elle là. La couleur est longue quand on le fait même en courant. Hein. La cantina.
I've been working here for a few years now. There are plenty of others working here too. Since the acolytes and students aren't here, it's up to us to pick up the slack.
Hello. The north side of the Great Bridge of Murden is in the territory of Acker. He's known as the Weather Vane. He's a notoriously flippant man. A man like that doesn't have the guts to give it all for the defense of that bridge.
Ouh, alors là, attention. Du thé. Oh, saut avancé, ça c'est cool.
Since the great nobles lost their standing, the regulation of the merchant houses has been... You'd probably have thought that would make it easier for us to profit. But no, the war has made the price of goods unstable.
Promis, je ferai quelque chose. Après la guerre.
Hello there.
Hi there! I need a favor.
Ça fait bizarre de voir aucun membre de l'ordre de Séros et que des membres de l'Empire.
Hey! A moment, please.
By making an enemy of the church, disorder is running. It's quieted down over these last 5 years, though.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. What's that? Do I have brothers in the church? You really are well informed. My older twin works for the Knights of Seros, but I think he's just a grunt. Not a noble gatekeeper like yours. Unlike me, he's very devout. He left the Empire a long time ago.
No.
What do you require? Farewell.
En cadeau de 5 années, on a la régénération gratuite, c'est possible.
Professor?
Ah, Bernadetta.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house, I mean. 5 whole years. It's weird to think about. No. But if you'd asked me that 5 years ago, I'd have said the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come. It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefield's just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before. A new place? All on my own? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from, all of it? You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me. You're still not taking me seriously. I mean it. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they? Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my... You would need to come with me. If you're with me... No, that defeats the purpose. Oh, that's enough.
C'est trop drôle de la taquiner, Bernadetta.
There were clashes with the Kingdom Army near the Western Front, but this is the first time the Alliance Army has had it. I hear their leader's pretty competent, but the Alliance Army is pretty...
Hey there. Ah, a new face. I am Randolph von Bergles. I'm the guardian of this place. Wait a moment. I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. Ah, yes! You're Her Majesty's professor. You're alive? Oh, this is my little sister, Fleisch. She's just a rookie, but she's
Hello, I'm Fleisch von Bergles. It's nice to meet you. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'm gonna do my best. You can count on me to look after my big brother.
I've heard you're planning to march into Alliance territory.
Definitely.
Ah, Chavignon.
What's that look on your face? Surprise. I'm a mercenary. Always have been. Even when I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
La lance et l'arc. C'est noté.
It's not.
Est-ce que j'ai des choses qui t'appartiennent? Ça m'étonnerait.
It's not. It's not. It's not mine. It's not mine. It's not. Hey.
Ah si.
It's not mine.
Okay. Are we... But it's fine. I can do this. No more Bernie Bear. Yes, but,
L'arc, forcément. C'est qui les personnes que je suis censé voir déjà?
The last 5 years have been difficult. My relationship with Edelgard is rather contentious due to the incident. Nevertheless, I cannot abandon my family's duties. As Duke Eyre, I must play my part in the Imperial Army. Edelgard intends to abolish the nobility, but I know I can dissuade her from doing so.
Ouais, moi je suis pas forcément d'accord avec ça. Mais...
Within the territories of the Alliance, the Gloucester has always... So all that needs to be done to restore...
Professor. It's been a really long time, hasn't it? The last 5 years have been full of heartbreak. One of the things that kept me going was the hope you'd return. And now a lot has changed, but you're back. And it's the first time I can remember being...
Non, ça, chez Caval. Pas l'air d'avoir d'objets dans le coin. Non plus. Ah, mon meilleur soldat, Captain Gaspard. Gaspard.
Leave it to me. I can take on the whole. I know my limits now, Professor.
Ah, je suis le cake.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
Je suis sûr que j'ai un truc à toi quelque part.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
Quand je disais l'inverse, ça marchait pas, donc...
What's that? 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 What's that?
Un petit cadeau? Non, non. J'ai plus de cadeau. J'ai trop forcé à certains moments. Ah, les étudiants en échange. Ça va me faire plaisir, je pense. Donc les de faire plus. T'es à chier, toi. Ah, une petite Bernadetta. Une cure acide. Je vais prendre. Ah, je suis tout bugué. Un arc d'entraînement? Non. Clairement pas.
Yes, I am an Edelgard claims victory after victory. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone. Now, as the head of House Ire, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to The disparity between Edelgard and myself is she never stops moving forward, single-minded. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing. But it is. That is the Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities. I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even... As the head of the noble House Ire, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever. I appreciate your kind words, but you are wrong. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor? Professor, please keep an eye on my... I would appreciate if you were always by my side.
Hein? On va aller voir la tombe de papa et maman.
Right.
Professor! Hey, Professor, something's... Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student? A knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops. There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all bore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please, keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh no.
Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duty.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens. But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault.
Sorry.
If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner, and I wouldn't have blood on my hands. It's no use trying to comfort me. Those poor knights.
Right.
Hey!
J'aime bien parce que t'as des réponses à donner, mais le gars décide de si la réponse lui va ou pas. Bah, dans ce cas-là, trouve ta réponse tout seul, mec, en fait.
Who, me? After the cathedral, we've done. As for me, well, the church moved its headquarters. When I returned to Enbar, I received a summons from Her Majesty, and I chose to.
J'augmente mon soin aussi. Et l'épée, j'ai d'autres personnes qui peuvent...
Hey! I was so surprised to hear that the faith of Saros was a sham. But just because the church lied to us doesn't mean that the goddess... That's my take on it anyway.
Professor?
Who, me?
Since you came back, everyone's been... Just you being here makes... I can't express how reassuring.
Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Allez. Visiter les étages supérieurs. Ouais, je peux visiter l'extérieur, mais c'est pas grave. De toute façon, c'est tout vide maintenant qu'il n'y a plus l'église de séance. On verra peut-être eu des objets. Tant pis. Une demi-heure que le stream a commencé, je suis toujours sur la visite de tout cette foutue église. Tu ressembles à rien, mec. Hein.
Allow me to brief you on the details. The Empire firmly controls the strongholds in these. We cannot control Fargus until we have taken. As for the Alliance, however, due to Claude, obviously, but because we have only recently. I have a request for you. Unfortunately.
Copine.
Professor, I'm sorry to have dragged you into the fight again so soon, but you appeared at a most opportune time. I'm truly humbled by your support, my teacher. Thank you. And so I will. Make sure you're ready to head out.
Oh, elle va prendre le commandement, ça c'est cool. Et là.
Professor, do you know how happy I was to... I'll tell you how happy. For the past 2 days, I haven't had my morning or my afternoon naps. Well, as long as we weren't marching. Can't sleep much then.
Oui, je vais faire les deux. Ça c'est intéressant.
I feel like it's strange. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. And perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail. Wonderful news. I am...
Hey me. Oh, c'est ouvert. C'est la salle de guerre où on discutaille de la guerre.
It's normal for history to be revised in favor of those who hold. The documents in this library are no exception. It's perfect, but it's my belief that no one... I like to read the same texts over and over again. That way...
Par contre, on y va comment au deuxième étage? Ah, oui, c'est... Ça doit être les appartements de Réa, ça. D'accord, c'est juste un cul-de-sac. Là, il y a quoi? Ah bah les règles, c'est à nous. Pardon. Bon, alors, du coup, oh, il y en a un que j'ai pas vu là.
Right.
Professor? Professor. Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around. I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question. Don't we all? But, judging by the results of our recent battles, you're clearly good at this. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders. Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leader of the Imperial Army. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army. You'll always be their professor, huh? You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm... Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Ok, là ça doit être plutôt pas mal.
Edelgard Empire, but corrupt with you.
There's still more to learn.
Edelgard is control Empire, but corrupt with you.
Professor, these... It's incredible. I have a... Professor, these... It's
Non, parce que je voulais faire.
I can do this.
What's that? I'm a merc. I never was, but I might change.
Hi there.
Since you came, just you, I can't.
This experience.
Allez, fin du temps libre. Hop. On va équiper les perches en plus. 13 de dégâts, 13, 1, 98. 12, 1, 98. Ouais, elle a pris 1 point de dégâts en plus. Du coup, je vais stocker les perches puisque je n'ai pas besoin. Ah, il a complètement changé de maison, lui, du coup. Est-ce que j'ai des... baston?
Thank you.
The newly crowned king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Dimitri, has declared fealty to the Church of Seros and is raising an army in preparation for all-out war with the Empire. As leader of the Alliance, Claude maintains a facade of neutrality amidst infighting between those who support and those who oppose the Empire. Meanwhile, the Black Eagle Strike Force plans to capture Alliance territory before Edelgard takes the war to the Kingdom and the Church of Seros. With sights set on capturing Deirdre at the center of House Regan's territory, she leads a march across the Great Bridge of Myrddin to establish a bridgehead.
Thank you.
We're about to commence our attack on the Great Bridge of Myrddin. But first, it is something that I can only ask of you. It concerns Lady Edelgard's uncle, the regent of the Empire, Lord Although he is currently cooperating with Her Majesty, it seems to me that his plans differ. I assume you recall a certain group's scheming from 5 years ago? Solon and Kranya. They both served Lord Arundel. Professor. I understand how you must be feeling, considering what... I know it must be foul to even consider However, their power is essential for us at present. Edelgard, our enemy is the Church of Seros. It's those working under Lord Arundel are extremely hostile and the enemy of our enemy is... Until all of Fodlan is united, it is a necessary evil. Regardless, Her Majesty and I wish to join. You should know that in her heart, Her Majesty, they used her father, the former Emperor, as a puppet, and murdered her sibling. I believe Her Majesty may have told you some of this herself. That is why this was a... I will do all I can to ensure her suffering is not in vain. And I hope I can count on you to do... As for all I have told you, please keep it in mind. More importantly, I implore you to fight as...
J'ai presque mis 1 heure avec ces bêtises. Hein. Alors, unité, mon Mickey. Manuela en soutien. Ça me va, puisque j'avais la soigneuse. Ouais, pourquoi pas. Mon petit H normal, Hubert, Dorothée. Alors, c'est un truc. Je peux en avoir 11. Ça, c'est cool, parce que je peux... C'est-à-dire que je vais pouvoir monter Shamir. Bien, Shamir. 25. Non, moi, je m'en bats les couilles. Et lui aussi. Attends, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ils sont où les autres? Ah, ils sont là-haut. J'ai 2 cacs de distance. Ça me va très très bien. Je vais mettre les distances devant. En tant qu'assassin, j'ai le projetage de serrure, donc je peux ouvrir le coffre avec elle. Ça me va. De toute façon, eux je fonce dans le tas ici, et eux je fonce dans le tas sur le côté. C'est du niveau 27. Ok. Judith. Ouais, c'est contre la magie, c'est pas grave, je la défoncerai au carrick. Par contre, j'ai Ignatz. Lui, je peux le défoncer. Attention à son arc héros. Je suppose qu'il a riposte en plus. Il a pas riposte? Oh le nul! Tous les archers apprennent riposte pourtant.
We'll be capturing the Great Bridge of Murden.
J'ai même pas organisé mes troupes.
Our opponent is Judith, the so-called hero. We can handle her, so long as we don't get careless.
The boy said to run if I was in danger, but I could never do that. I'll hold out until reinforcements arrive.
Let's clean up.
I will prevail. I do this for all of us.
Ready for anything.
Alors, comment on rentre dans le tas?
I'll cut a bloody path. Oh! What a bother.
Ah c'est vrai, c'est comme ça qu'on fait.
Put me in there.
Déforestation.
For the Empire.
Par contre, faut que je fasse attention, j'ai que des cacs de ce côté. Que des distances, je voulais dire.
More fighting.
I'd be honored.
I've got you.
I won't falter.
Il m'a touché. Ah, tu peux faire des coups petits vu le... Regarde, tu vas pas lui faire beaucoup de dégâts. Ils sont bien armurés ces enfoirés. Ah.
I'm awake.
More fighting.
I'd be honored.
Euh... En fait, moi j'ai un problème avec ce Fire Emblem, c'est que j'ai pas ce que je veux comme... En fait, je peux pas quitter le combat. Parce qu'il y a un truc que j'ai pas fait. Faut que je recommence la baston. Voilà. Voilà. Ah mais je peux pas la bouger. Ça c'est chiant. Tant pis, je vais envoyer Gaspard de ce côté-là. Ne casse pas. Ah, ça devrait être mieux.
Claude will. We can have.
The boy. I could never.
Euh...
What's my strategy?
I'll cut a bloody path. What a bother. Put me in there.
I'd be honored. I must steel myself.
For the Empire.
I'm awake.
More fighting.
Ready for anything.
Let's clean up.
I do this for all of us. I will prevail.
Mais on va voir ce que ça donne. En première bataille de la matinée, hein. Donc t'arrives à temps. Comment tu vas? T'as bien dormi, tout ça? Ouais, ils essayent de tous arriver d'un coup là ou quoi?
This'll get him.
Écoute, ça va bien, regarde. Et Gaspard qui esquive tout là. Mon perso qui découpe tout aussi. Et qui continue à prendre des levels apparemment.
Let's keep up the pace.
En fait, il faut que je défonce les gars armurés.
Big win.
Ouais, là, c'était sur un coup critique, en temps normal, il attaque pas comme ça.
Another victory.
It's my duty.
Je fais exprès de pas le tuer. Comme ça, je vais pouvoir lâcher avec lui.
I hate this feeling.
More of that.
Ouais. Ils sont un peu obligés de la faire stylée Dorothée, c'est censé être une grande chanteuse. 0 x 2. Non mais mec, même si t'arrives à me toucher, tu fais pas de dégâts.
Not for myself, for everyone.
Oh, c'est des copains.
Judith! I'm so glad you're safe. Claude sent me here with reinforcements.
Why do I have to put up with orders from that false leader?
Because you're from the smallest noble house in all the Alliance, you whiner.
Enemy reinforcements. We didn't finish in time. Don't let them secure the ballista.
C'est bon, c'est moi qui l'ai la balise. La baliste. Alors, 29. Toi aussi t'es 29. Je rappelle que c'est mon healer, hein.
Thanks for helping.
Le 2, je vais attendre avant de les bouger. Est-ce que je repars en arrière?
Going for the kill.
Ouais, j'ai bien choisi ma cible aussi, Eline, hein, c'est pour ça.
Amazing!
Elle me met 21 dans la tronche. Ah ouais, il m'aurait fallu une épée argent en fait.
You're all Captain Jerry.
I have a strategy.
Je vais pas la toucher. Ah si. Je pensais pas. Par contre, je l'ai mis à un endroit qui m'arrange pas en fait.
No time for pity. I am not. 。
You're...
'Cause 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 '
Ok. De ce côté-là, je suis bon. Non, bon bah, adieu Léonie.
Judith, I'm sorry. I leave the rest to you.
Leonie, you had such a full life ahead of you.
There's no reason I should die in this place. It's time for me to return home.
Ah, lui, c'était un putain de bâtard. Non, t'inquiète pas, Hubert, il défonce. Hein. Et... mon petit H, là. Je vais faire plein de bisous après la guerre. Hein. Bernadetta, elle est devenue trop stylée. Mon problème, c'est lui. Comment est-ce que je me case ? Faisais comme ça. Là, je suis bien. Bon, on est reparti dans l'autre sens. Et ouais les copains, c'est moi qui ai l'arbalète. Tu vois, c'est le healer. Des archers, j'en ai 3. J'en ai 3 du coup, ouais. J'ai 3 archers, j'ai 3 lanceurs de sorts. En fait, lui, c'est un lanceur de sorts dégâts purs. Elle, normalement, c'est une lanceur de sorts dégâts, mais je l'ai mis dégâts soins. Et lui, normalement, il est soin, il est soin avec un petit peu de dégâts. Ensuite, à l'épée, j'en ai 2. À la hache, j'en ai 2. Et à la lance, j'en ai 1. Normalement, j'ai 5 cacs et 6 distances.
This is it. Claude, I'm sorry. All who are able, retreat!
Don't let her escape. If we can take her out now, the Daphnal territory will be... That will allow us to march safely through the Alliance.
Ah wesh, elle a décidé de se carapater. Ah la connasse. Reviendez les gens, je dois vous tuer. Ah, lui il a décidé d'attaquer. C'est idiot, mais pourquoi pas. Ah, à la hache. Eh bien. tous m'attaquer, ça vous apprendra. 45 de dégâts. Essaye de survivre à ça, connard.
I owe you one.
This is the cost of war. I am helping Claude.
Alors, comment il se comporte maintenant? Elle se carapate, hein, putain. 15 x 2. Ah ouais, il est chaud. Dommage, ça le fait utiliser l'arc. Mais c'est pas grave, l'arc je vais le récupérer sans problème.
This is our chance.
Ça c'est plus un problème. Ils se carapatent tous. Massacrez-les. Salut Christella, comment tu vas?
Thank you.
Non. C'est par là que je voulais aller avec lui. J'aurais dû attendre avant de l'utiliser.
Ignatz, damn it! Such a good.
Fais-moi un coup petit s'il te plaît. Oh, je l'aime. Le kiff.
An encouraging display.
Est-ce que j'arrive à me débarrasser de lui? Ouais. Eh, lui peut pas bouger du coup. Où est-ce qu'il... Il me reste plus. Non mais elle va réussir à se barrer, putain.
Attack at your own risk.
Ferme, je peux la toucher. Ah, oups, je l'ai défoncé.
Strength is all. Alliance soldiers, Judith has fallen. If you surrender, your lives will be spared.
Ça répond à ta question, Lynn. Je l'ai pulvérisé avec la baliste. Oh, mais c'était un grand coup de chance. Hein.
You have all fought well. With this victory, we now have a foothold in the Alliance. The Imperial army will cross the Aramid River, and the fight will continue. But do not...
Ah, this should put a stop to one of Edelgard's choice phrases. Well done, Professor. I believe it was, if only the Professor were here, we could forge ahead and change the...
Ferdinand, it is not necessary to tell the Professor such things.
We're not the only ones benefiting. The whole Imperial army is strong.
Yes, it seems the Empire finally has both of its legs to stand.
You make it sound as though I can't run the Empire on my own. Perhaps it's more apt to say that the Pegasus has recovered its home.
Judith of Daphne. What a magnificent warrior. I'm happy to have the Professor back just like old times, but I don't... When there is something you must not be conceding, you must keep fighting. The fighting has been continuing for 5 years. But now I am again with... I hate fighting! But with the but everyone is working so hard! Stop it, Bernie, you can't...
I'm glad to see everyone so It seems the reappearance of the Professor is done...
Do you not feel the same, Hubert? Come now, be honest with yourself. Now, we must take advantage of the situation and blaze ahead. Our path is still a long...
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Guardian Moon. The Master Tactician. Having crushed the Alliance's army and captured the Great Bridge of Myrden, the Imperial army prepares to attack Deirdre, the Alliance's base of operations.
Professor, what is your opinion of Claude? I can't help but what... That much is obvious. He acts like a fool, but still manages to make... He's managed to protect the Leicester Alliance with his cunning alone.
Ils ont tous vieilli, enfin c'est ce qu'ils ont voulu faire en tout cas.
Since the beginning, territories within the Alliance have been split between those who... Claude has been acting as an intermediary between the two, essentially keeping the Alliance... As both sides are of equal strength, he's created a situation which they've all agreed to avoid fighting each other and causing By carrying on as though the Alliance is united, he's minimized the Empire's influence there.
It's quite impressive. However, he is walking on thin ice. One more. Speaking of Claude, Your Majesty, we should not delay in our invasion. It would seem that Claude...
Is that so?
Yes. The people of Deirdre, we can safely assume he is preparing for battle. Do you not think we should take Deirdre at once?
Deirdre, the aquatic capital. A city floating... Since it's deep within Regan territory, We haven't had the opportunity. However, now that we have control of the Great Bridge of Murder, they can no longer expand their supply line into the Empire. And so we can fight.
House Regan is not only Claude's house, but also the flagship of those. If House Regan falls, the other Alliance lords will be tripping over. That is why we cannot fail to take Deirdre. Confidence is one thing, Professor, but the leader of the Alliance has had... They say he is unbeatable in a battle.
On va voir s'il sera imbattable. Je rappelle que sur la bataille des 3 maisons, je l'ai poutré. D'abord. La partie que tout le monde adore.
I was under the impression you were going to break all of your paintbrushes.
Cut it out, Lindhart.
I'm just glad you're back to painting. I felt terrible about what happened last time, because I should have kept my opinions about your painting to myself.
Maybe you should have.
So what do you suppose is the name for this kind of situation?
What situation? Am I in your way again? I must be. Okay.
Ugh, no, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about when two people are together, but not together. When they're
I'm not sure what...
Oh, alone? Well, there it is then. We're each here alone, yet together. So we're alone...
Alone... together? That's just a nice way of saying you want to be alone, right? Alone.
Please, Bernadetta, you shouldn't go. Being alone together means we each have the concentration one gets from... I find it to be an exhilarating environment.
Huh? Me? When I'm painting, and I know you can see, I worry about what you might point out. Is that the thrill you mean? Because I feel...
Here's what I wish to point out about your painting. You've really improved. Your lines are bolder, your color choice is more informed, and your composition as a...
Did you actually just praise me?
I was just saying what I think. Look, you probably have talent, and you work hard too.
Oh no, I'm on to you now. You're scheming, but you try all you want to get your hooks into my heart.
I'm not sure how praising you means
I have a heart of stone. No one will ever...
What a shame. I suppose I'll stop praising you then.
You will? No, I didn't...
I don't understand you one whit. However, if...
Don't say stuff like that!
Did you hear, Caspar? There's been another theft in the pantry.
Come on! We can't waste time arguing about it like last time. We gotta catch the guy. There he is! Corner him!
I've cut off his escape route. He's all you...
You're not going anywhere, you dirty thief!
We did it! He was pretty nimble, but no match for the two of us together.
T'as de ces références, Lynn, ça me fume.
I guess, but I didn't think our thief would be so...
Yeah, I never would have guessed a cat this big could sneak into our pantry.
So,
weren't you the one barreling on about striking the culprit down last time?
You really think I'm gonna attack him? Why don't you try your genius plan and... Go ahead, talk it out. Let the cat explain himself. I doubt you'll understand a word the guy said.
I guess neither of us has the right solution here. So, what are we... Huh? Looks like he gave us the slip.
He sure did.
Ah, je juge pas, mais ça me fait rire, c'est tout.
Well, after a daring escape like that, I guess there's no more we can do.
I'll teach him a lesson if we ever catch him again. I thought of a pretty good plan to show him.
Well, I've got an idea of my own, so I guess I'd better find him first.
Is that a challenge? Well then.
young Edelgard. This is your first time in the...
That's right. When I was a student, I couldn't allow the church to learn of my crests after all.
True enough. But now you have come here by your own choice. Can I take that as an indication that you have come to trust?
I suppose so. Though I'm still bothered by certain things.
Tell me, what?
Well, we're fighting to free the world from the church's control. And you must have some idea of what the world I'm seeking to create will be like.
With the world freed from the powers of crests, Fodlan's system of nobility will...
Precisely. Our current system is founded on the fact that crests are inherent. If we shatter the status quo so that those without crests are no longer at the mercy of those with them, the very concept of nobility will vanish.
Why should that have any effect on me?
J'avoue, mais je le trouve très classe quand même.
Perhaps the fate of the nobility is of no consequence to you. You've devoted your life to unraveling their secrets, whereas I seek to create a world where crests are no longer valued. In fact, I would prefer to rid the world of them entirely if at all possible. Does this not concern you?
I see. I think I finally understand why you've always seemed so unsure about me. You imagine your ambition might... I assure you, there is nothing to worry about. I support your plans and your ideals wholeheartedly, but at the same time, I also believe that the influence of Crest, that is why I must continue to
I see.
À l'arc, elle est quoi? Elle est encore peu. Il va falloir que je l'augmente. Mais je sais pas si c'est encore possible. Non. Bref. Ouais, avec ces conneries de l'autre qui s'est mis à s'enfuir comme je sais pas quoi, j'ai pas pu ouvrir les coffres. Ma classe de prophète est pas du tout maîtrisée pour l'instant. Une rebelle futuriste. Carotte et cristal d'arcane. J'ai pas ça?
What is it? Leave, then. I was told...
So, to tell you the truth, I ran away ever since that she started laughing.
Ah, Bernadetta, je l'ai pas vu.
Well, it's just, oh well.
Ah, lancier d'élite. C'est Ferdinand, mon lancier. Hein, donc,
A boon for our future.
Alors normalement j'ai une lance acier, pas une lance d'entraînement. Hein, mais bon. Je finis toujours le tournoi avec une lance d'entraînement. Ah, ça me file une lance argent plus si je gagne. Ah oui, j'ai envie de gagner. De ouf.
No time for pity.
This is the cost of war.
Ils font que des dégâts de merde, c'est ouf. Hein.
A boon for our future.
Je me toucherai en 3 fois. Et blablabla.
If I live, I fight.
Merci pour l'arme. Et salut. C'est quoi, je vais juste parler à tout le monde, faire mes entraînements, faire les quêtes. Ah si, il faut que je... Les échanges étudiants. Donc clé de fer, non merci. Merci plus, non merci. Allez, à la limite.
Didn't they used to call Claude the master tactician? I want to. Maybe I'll get one. I'll come up with a plan that'll beat his and earn a nickname for sure.
I'm happy when we win battles. On the other hand, perhaps it would have been better if I'd just stayed with the opera. You're right, Professor. I'll never regret that. Now you just have to lead us to victory. There's still more.
Ça, c'est fait.
Maybe Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know?
Et il faut que je le fasse Horizon Zero Dawn. Zero Dawn, c'est le premier ou c'est le deuxième? Je sais plus.
If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm. Yeah? Maybe you and...
Je crois pas, non.
Hey!
I never do get used to the sight of blood. It always makes me feel as if I might faint.
De toute façon, faudrait que je fasse... Enfin, je vais faire le premier et s'il me plaît, ce qu'il y a 30 chances d'arriver, je ferai le deuxième.
Have I never told you that? Huh, I hope this war ends soon.
Et il
I
faut
dislike
Forbidden
being
West.
lightheaded. It's all a great deal of bother.
Okay. Professor, since the past, I have learned much of the language, but I can understand, read, and write with nearly perfection now. But understanding and speaking are fruits of a different color. I have gratitude for you, Professor. I hope that I will have...
Hello.
Do you have time for a request?
Hey! We can't act. We're doing...
Okay.
Ouais, il fallait que je rate le dernier. Enfin, l'avant-dernier, du coup.
You've done me a great service.
Mais du coup, est-ce que ça te tente de le voir en stream, Lynn, le Horizon?
What of the professor? They are the same. It's quite odd. There is something more to. I suppose I need to better understand. For her part, I suspect.
Je commence à me spécialiser partout.
A hungry hero is no better than a well-fed soldier. Do you know that saying? No? That's because I just made it up. If you're hungry, you're never going to be at full strength. Keep your belly full and stay strong.
Ouais, je ferai sûrement après avoir fini Shadow Warrior 2.
Let me see.
5 years ago, most of the people involved with the church and the empire moved to the east. I've been hearing rumors that the majority of those have now gone to the kingdom capital. The Eastern Church has no military force of its own, so they must be sensing that the alliance is...
Je vais aller voir ici, il y a souvent un objet. Voilà. Des fois deux, non.
Hey, I could use a hand.
Food. Normally, if we lose still, the longer this goes...
This experience...
Hi.
5 years ago, during the attack on this place, you allowed me to join your side. Since then, I've risen through the ranks. And now I'm a in this invasion of the Alliance. I've been entrusted with maintaining the supply. That's why I won't be accompanying you to Deirdre. Please look after Lady Edelgard.
Ah, ça me donne tellement envie de le faire.
The Gloucester, everyone knows.
Claude, eh? He always never let himself get caught up in convention. Then there's Rhea and King Dimitri. I'd stay on their good sides, for different reasons. Yeah, well, if that's the only way...
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Now, Deirdre is known as the It's a beautiful... In times of peace...
Unbelievable.
Hey,
Got a favor to ask.
Welcome.
Welcome again.
Hello there. Return soon, please.
Hey, welcome. Come again.
Professor!
Heya.
Professor?
Heya.
The Alliance, our next target.
Le week-end prochain, ça va être grosse baston.
Big brother always gets so fired up. Better keep. Oh, sorry. I hear you're heading out to Deirdre.
Oh, hello there. It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just... I thought so. Well, I'm here for you, whether it's
Hey there.
Hello.
Lately, the Kingdom and the Knights of Seros haven't made it. I don't suppose they're going to... That's why I've doubled our guard and instructed... I will keep Garrigmok safe.
Okay.
It's like this. If you travel east from the Alliance and cross Fodlan's throat, House Goneril's territory tasked with keeping... I have been wondering, if I had not been your student, where would I... Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor? Ah, so you do think about such questions. We cannot turn back...
J'y suis allé.
Right.
Right.
Tu trouves que la zone de jeu est trop petite sur Horizon? Ah, ça veut dire que le jeu va me plaire. Hein. Si la zone est trop grande, moi je trouve ça chiant. Donc. Le Tale of, par exemple, que j'avais fait là, c'était immense. Hein. Mais on a mis trop de temps dessus. Sur la fin, c'était beaucoup trop long, ça me fatigue. Pourtant, j'adore les Tale of. Hein, mais, c'est pour ça d'ailleurs que j'ai voulu commencer le Berseria et qu'au final, bah, rien du tout.
Need something.
Faut 2500 points pour finir cette statue. Les 3 enfants qui se faisaient gronder par le mage sont remplacés par 3 soldats qui sont enseignés, on va dire.
Professor.
Ouais, c'est peut-être les coupures qui t'ont fait ça. Mais voir en stream et en direct, ça sera peut-être différent. Mais... Marc, je pourrais le faire après avoir fait Fire Emblem. Hein. faire une pause dans les Fire Emblem pour faire le... un autre jeu. Impérial bibliothèque.
Professor? I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins, don't you? I wish it dearly. But few, they fight in a bloody battle. They refuse to admit when... Of course, I understand. But if they're going to surrender us...
Could I trouble you?
Professor!
In order to defeat a formidable foe, you must first learn the Leicester Alliance unites the feudal... It holds regular roundtable... However, only the 5 great Duke Goneril, their titles, about 300 years...
Well done, Professor. Thank you. So, that means we've blown him. We should press on. I have a request for you. So, we've somehow managed... That means house. We've blown a major... We should press on.
Pas du tout, Lynn. Mais il y a Guardian Tales, il y a Palia, c'est 2 jeux que je vais continuer tout doucement, et il faut que je me remette dedans. Déjà, j'ai fini Super Mario RPG hier soir. Ça, c'est fait. Il y a Wonder Song. Il va falloir que je le finisse. Je sais pas si ça va me prendre 1 ou 2 mercredis après-midi, mais je vais le finir. Et puis ensuite, on verra. Hein, parce que il y a Shadow Warrior 2 qu'il faut que je finisse. Il y a trop de choses à faire. J'ai même téléchargé un autre MMO que Palia sur la Switch et j'ai même pas eu le temps de le tester.
I figured I'd have a look at how the kingdom is holding up while I was on the road. But the borders were closed on every crossing point was guarded.
In order to defeat the Leicester Alliance, it holds. However, Duke Goneril, their type about 3.
So, we've some... That means we've blown a major... We should press on. So, we've somehow That means we've blown a... We should press... I'll take it. Well done, Professor. Thank you.
J'ai plus que 2 quêtes, c'est 2 quêtes de combat.
Thanks for... That went...
Ma petite Bernadetta, elle est en A+ à l'arc, ça c'est ouf.
I got it right? Phew. Thanks.
Petra aussi, que j'aime beaucoup. Et en son, elle est presque...
I have un... You are... I have understood... You have my... Your guidance... One step before...
This will be... I've... I've learned a...
That wasn't... Your praise is a... Let's do this. You're a good professor. Technique never...
Ce que je voulais, monter le cheval, un petit peu. Ouais, mais en semaine, je vais faire Shadow Warrior 2, je vais faire Wandersong, c'est tous les mercredis après-midi. C'est pour Zap, c'est parce qu'elle me l'a demandé. Et je pense que les matins, bah, je sais pas ce que je ferai. Peut-être du Shadow Warrior, peut-être autre chose. Bon allez, Ferdinand est à fond.
I am quite... I am... Seems simple enough. May I ask? is a good option.
Merci Lynn, bon lurk. De toute façon, je vais pas tarder à m'absenter un moment.
It will be easier together.
Marc, je vais peut-être arrêter le stream là en fait.
We did it and without incident.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, I'll sing.
This is no good. This experience is...
Bataille, 90% des gens partent en baston. Alors là, de toute façon, je vais y partir aussi. J'ai une quête spéciale, je vais faire au moins une des autres quêtes que j'ai. Et... Non, non, ça devrait être bon puisque je peux faire que 2 à la fois. Oui, il a un talent spécial pour l'aérien. C'est bon, j'ai bien régénéré mes escouades. Je vais sauvegarder, je vais m'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Je pense que j'y suis encore au moins jusqu'aux prochaines vacances, hein. Sans aucun souci sur ce Emblem. Ouais, je vais devoir partir d'ici 5-10 minutes. Si je commence une bataille, que je m'absente un quart d'heure et que je reviens finir après, ça va pas être terrible. Donc du coup, autant m'arrêter maintenant. Ok, alors, chez qui je vous raid? Et il y a mon Moka qui est en stream. Fable Anniversary. C'est pas forcément le jeu que je préfère, mais bon. On va raid mon Moka. Bon appétit. Je vais Je vais sûrement venir en vocal sur Discord du Sage ou quelque chose comme ça. Je restream cet après-midi sur Hammerwatch 2, compagnie de Lanou et d'Infinities. On n'avait pas stream depuis avant les vacances, depuis... Waouh! Je sais même pas de quand date ce stream sur Hammerwatch 2. C'était quand? C'était pas pendant les vacances. Putain, et j'aime bien parce que... Ouais, parce que l'anneau avait pas été disponible le week-end. Le dernier stream est 26 novembre. Non. Depuis le 26 novembre, on n'a pas fait d'Hammerwatch 2. Ah ouais. Eh ben. Ça va faire 1 mois et demi. Bon, je vous envoie chez Momoka. Merci Christella, merci Lynn d'avoir été là, merci à toutes les deux. Merci à tous les autres qui étaient en l'heure. Des bisous à tous, bon appétit à ceux que je ne reviens pas. Et je vous dis à très bientôt. Salut!